Chase Rothman is the waiter at his wife's big celebration. What's next, Chase? Dishwasher of the month. Boris's voice cut through the laughter at the table. Chase froze in the doorway, still in his waiter's uniform, plates balanced in his hands. Across the table, Celia sat glowing between her colleagues, smiling, until she saw him. Her smile vanished. Only if Celia knew who her husband really was, she'd be terrified and proud at the same time.
Jean and Patricia's old faces suddenly turned pale as they felt extremely awkward. Since the jade ring's authenticity was confirmed, and their background was completely legal, how could they reject them? However, in front of so many people, they couldn't bring themselves to admit Chase was right. Chase? Celia quickly spoke up and looked pleadingly at him. His heart softened when he saw Celia's expression. Sighing lightly, Chase walked up to her and pushed the 2 rings into her hands. Forget it. Since this was my gift to give, I'm giving it to you. It's all yours. You can give it to whoever you want. After saying that, he turned around and walked out of the room. No one spoke up to stop him. No one had the strength to address him either. After Chase disappeared from the banquet hall, Cicely still had an unhappy expression and continued to complain. It's just luck that he knows a rich man. I wonder if Ken was drunk when he gave those rings to that piece of trash. At this moment, Patricia was brimming with nervous energy. She went up to Celia and snatched the rings away from her, then carefully examined them. You shouldn't badmouth Ken like that. Who cares why he gave Chase those rings? I bet if he knew how precious they were, Chase wouldn't have given it to us. Celia was completely disappointed in her parents and sister. Mom, you guys are going way too far. First you talk down to him when he gives you the rings. Now you're talking down to him because he should have kept them? Cicely curled her lips in disapproval. I'm just saying what everyone's thinking. Haven't you also said Chase is useless? Jean took the role of a dignified elder as he stared at Celia and warned her. All right, let's put this matter to rest. Today is our 25th wedding anniversary. Let's make this a happy day and enjoy the good company here, okay? If that's what you think, then all of you can stay here and enjoy yourselves. This whole thing has made me sick. Celia walked out of the room, following Chase. She was too uncomfortable to stay in this place a moment longer. Jean and the others, after the 2 left, continued to eat and drink, and chat merrily without any second thoughts. The party grew lively. Quentin and Chad felt they had lost face in front of all these people, and that the person responsible for it was Chase, the publicly recognized loser. The rings and their $500,000 value completely overshadowed the gifts they had given. After sitting with the embarrassment for a while, Quentin and Chad, who still felt sudden, made their excuses and left the scene. Cicely held on to Quentin's arms as she tried to comfort him with a smile. Quinn, don't leave in such a hurry. Everyone thinks you and your gifts are great. Even though Chase gave such a precious gift, it was only because somebody else gave it to him first. Either way, he's still a piece of trash. And he's been freeloading off the Samson family for years. It's about time he gives something back. Hearing that, his gloomy mood brightened a bit. After Chase left the banquet hall, he felt his throat tighten up and went outside to the parking lot. He took out a pack of cigarettes and lit one. He rarely smoked since his daughter had become ill, but he needed one right now. After that disaster, only a cigarette could calm his nerves. Chase hadn't expected Celia to follow him out. What are you doing out here? Chase tried to put on a smile as if nothing had happened. She stared at him with a mixed expression. I'm sorry. Come on, you don't need to apologize. Today is your parents' big day. How can you leave early? Don't worry about me. You can go back inside. Chase advised her. However, Celia stubbornly shook her head. I'm not going back today. They really went too far. I don't want to be so self-centered like they are. Chase couldn't help but feel a warmth in his heart. Despite everything, his wife was here for him. He was happy, but conflicted. You don't have to do that. No matter what, they're still your parents. If they don't like me, that's my business. But you can be on good terms with them. He knew Celia valued kinship. If she wasn't on good terms with her family, it would continue to bring her down in the future. She suddenly looked at him seriously and said, I might go back, but first you have to tell me, why did Ken give you these 2 rings? Chase's heart skipped a beat. He hadn't expected the rings that Ken casually gave him to be so valuable. He'd originally thought these 2 rings were just ornamental. He never thought that they would be antiques from the Ming Dynasty. For a moment, Chase didn't know what to tell his wife. At this moment, Gerald and Tom happened to lead a rather drunk Ken out of the hotel and into the parking lot. Gerald's sharp eyes noticed Chase standing near the ashtray. Mr. Rothman, what are you doing out here? Seeing that Ken was too drunk for a conversation, Chase let out a sigh of relief. At the same time, he saw an opportunity and gave Gerald a look. My wife wants to know why Mr. Vaughn gave me the rings. Did I really do him a big favor? Chase winked at Gerald as he said this. Gerald spent all of his time serving rich people. As expected, he was used to picking up subtle cues. When he saw Chase winking at him, he immediately caught on. You certainly did Mr. Vaughn a solid, else the investment would have never happened. He's really grateful to you for connecting the two. Chase quickly said to Celia, It just so happens that our company has dealings with both Tim and Ken's companies, so we helped them enter a partnership. It was technically the truth. Then if there's nothing else, we would like not to disturb you further. Gerald was also afraid that he would say too much if he hung around. Celia was curious. You didn't tell me about any investment. Baby girl, it's no big deal. We're just the middlemen. He casually explained. It's that simple? Celia's face was suspicious. It's really that simple. Now, we should probably get going. You get back to the party, and I still gotta go back to the hospital to relieve the nurse. She's quite expensive. Chase quickly slipped away.
Please subscribe to the Pocket FM YouTube channel and press the bell icon for instant notification. Check out our channel for more such exciting shows.